everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited about this video because it's something that I've always wanted to try and I never dared to because I don't know, I just never dared to do what I did today. So I'm super excited because the end result was, for me, was amazing, and I can't wait to show you guys what I did. Now, before we start, I wanted to go over what products I needed to do what I did today. This is actually the end result. I don't have anything on my eyebrows. This is the end result from the tinting, and I feel like my eyebrows do look a lot fuller than what they did. Hopefully I remembered to take a picture of my before eyebrows. I always end up not doing something right. When I did my research, I came across several techniques on how to do what I did today, which is eyebrow tinting. Now, it took me a little while because everybody was doing it a little bit different. What I did was incorporate a little bit of every video that I've seen to make my own version of it. Just because when I would see a video or when I researched it online, I would see something that I liked, but then they would do something else that I didn't like. So I picked little bits and pieces of every single video I seen and then made it my own way. That's why I'm not really giving credit to anybody in specific. I don't know who invented the eyebrow tinting or whatnot, but yeah. Okay, so I guess I can show you now the things I used. I obviously needed a mirror, so I have my mirror right here. A mirror that could stand up on its own would be perfect if you're sitting down. If you're doing this in the bathroom, then obviously the bathroom mirror works for you. I already had my eyebrow grooming things. I don't know. So that's what I used. You will definitely need a spoolie, which mine, I think this one's from e.l.f. What do you call it? The name is not really anywhere on it, but I think I got it from e.l.f. I am not sure. If you don't have one, you can just get an old mascara brush, wash it really good, and you'll get a spoolie. This is the one I used. I bent it a little because it's easier for me to like manage. So that's number one. If you have really long hairs, I recommend you use little scissors. Forget, they have like a certain name for these, but whatever. It's just little scissors. You'll find these in the, well, depends where you go, but usually where you see the tweezers, that's where you'll find those scissors. And then obviously tweezers. I have these ones. I think I need to upgrade because these ones were giving me a hard time to pluck. They weren't really picking up the hairs, and it's been a very long time since I've tweezed my eyebrows. I did it for this video just because I did a lot of different things compared to how I usually do my eyebrows. So yeah, that's that. Those are the three most important things, other than a little container. You'll need a little container. You'll need, oop, I should have cleaned this beforehand, huh? Let me wipe it off. You'll need, I forget the name of this specific brush, but this one is a MAC 212 SE, and it looks like this. It's like very flat all around. Can you see that? And I like this brush just because it's so straight. It's easier for you to go straight. You'll see in the video, but it's easier for you to like basically follow the same path. Or is that making sense? So that's that. Now, the other things I bought, well, actually, those were the things I had. What I had to buy was the Demi-Permanent hair color. There was so many different eyebrow tints that there was out there. I checked on Amazon. I checked on YouTube for reviews on what was best. Everybody has their own certain one. I just went with this one because I seen it in more than one video. So that's what I went with. I researched what the difference was between semi-permanent and Demi-Permanent. The difference is that semi-permanent doesn't last as long as Demi-Permanent, because semi-permanent doesn't have certain things that Demi-Permanent has, which makes it more easy to wash off, if that makes sense. This one has no ammonia. It's from Ion, which is a very good brand. I was trying to just get a regular one, but this was the only one I seen with the natural brown color. I got the dark natural brown, and this was the only one. This one says intensive shine, which I didn't really need for my eyebrows, but this is what I got. I actually wanted red because I dye my hair red, so when I dye my hair fully red, I like my eyebrows to look red as well. But I was scared. I was scared that this wasn't gonna come out right and I would mess up like my face, because you know, your eyebrows are on your face, so if this doesn't come out right, then you're basically screwed for what, a week or 3 days or so. So yeah, so this is what I got. They said that it depends on like your daily routine and whatnot, so depending on that is how long the eyebrow tint will last. Some people said that it will last up to 3 days, and then some people would say that it will last up to a week. So I guess it depends on how much you wash your hair, not your hair, your face. I wash my face every day, so I might last only the 3 days, probably less. I guess we will see. You do need a 10 volume developer. I got this one because it was from the Ion brand. Now I feel like 10% wasn't as strong, and when I read it, it said it only had 3% developer. But this is the only bottle I could find that was this small, because you know, all you need is like a drop or two. You don't really need that much, and I wasn't about to spend like $5 on a big one when I didn't even know if this was something I wanted to do on the long run. You know what I'm saying? So if you could find one that's not for sensitive scalp, then I guess try it. I also got the sensitive scalp one because I have sensitive skin, so I was scared that by going with a regular developer I might irritate my skin, so I was trying to play safe basically. But I feel like it didn't come out as dark as I wanted it to, just because I got the sensitive. Am I right or wrong about this? I really don't know. I don't know, maybe some of you could answer this for me. I know I have a lot of hairstylists on my friends list that might explain to me how the developer works and whatnot. I know the less the I know the higher the number, the more intense it is, or something like that. I don't know. I'm not gonna go into that because I'm not really a hairstylist. So I just went with common sense basically, and based on my research, this is what it boiled down to. So that was that. This other product I bought it for two reasons. I bought it because I like to wax my hairs, but I haven't done it in a long time, because when I used to wax a lot, I used to break out a lot, so I stopped doing that for a while, and what I would do was shave. Yes, I shave my face because I feel like when you have a lot of peach fuzz, the makeup doesn't apply as smooth as if you just had bare skin. So I do shave my face. No, my hair does not grow like a guy. That's a myth. I've been shaving my face since I was like 12 or 13, and it's just peach fuzz. So since my natural hair color is like a dark black or like a dark brown, you can see it more than if you were a blonde. So I've always shaved my face. Now there's some, I have like 2 or 3 thick hairs that come out often, and I pluck them, and I know there's this myth that says that the more you pluck, the more will come out. I've only had those 3 for how many years now? I haven't gotten any more, and honestly I feel like all that has to do with your hormones. I know for sure I have imbalance of hormones, so that's why I grow like those thick hairs. But then there's some women that don't grow any hairs at all. Unfortunately, I am one of those, and I am not about to do laser treatment on my face. I don't think even if I had the money, I don't think I would go through that pain. But to each their own. Moving along, I talk too much, right? I bought this because my mom used to use it when I was younger, and I really liked it, and I decided to finally buy my own. I got the microwavable one, but there is one that you can connect to an outlet and heat it that way. But it's the Gigi hair removal system. There was 3 different kinds. There was a hemp wax, there was the Brazilian bikini wax, and then there was the regular one. I forgot what that one, the honey one. There's different types of wax methods. There is the ones that you apply with the strip and you pull them that way, and then there's the one with no strips. I got the ones with no strips because I feel like it's better that way. And when I asked one of the ladies at the store, she said that she recommends no strips because that method is better. Even though I bought this for my face, I still got the Brazilian bikini wax one, just because this one said that it removes coarse and stubborn hair from the most sensitive and delicate areas. My hair is pretty thick and coarse, and stubborn. So I decided to go with this one on my face, just because I knew I would have like better luck plucking out more hairs than with the regular one. Because when you go to buy the Nair, right, the Nair brand, that does not work on me. It does not work. Even the lotion, the hair remover lotion, I've bought so many of them and they've never worked on me. I don't know how many times I've tried throughout the years and nothing. So I got this one and I actually do like it. So I'm pretty happy that I bought that one. What else? Oh, another thing you'll need is, well, not specifically this. You can use any other white, like for example, you can use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in white or in milk. You can use that instead of this, but I use this because this is also oil based. So it's the Clown White. This helped me basically map out where I wanted my eyebrows to be darker, and then it was also a guide for the dye when I applied the dye, if that makes sense. Now I did see some girls that use the white as a guide to, you know, to map out their eyebrows, but also wherever they painted white, and if there was a hair there, they would pluck the non-wanted hairs, if that makes sense. I don't know how many times I'm going to say if that makes sense, but I am saying it, so I am sorry. But yeah, there's so many ways to do this. I just, like I said, I picked out what I liked, what I didn't like, and I went from there. The reason why I didn't do the plucking with the white base over it was because I know my tweezers aren't that good, and I was not about to invest in another tweezer because I don't know how many tweezers I've bought and I always end up losing them, and they're expensive. I knew I was gonna buy the wax anyways, so I went and did it differently. So yeah, I hope I explained everything. If I didn't, you are more than welcome to ask me. There's some parts that you'll see that I still have hairs in areas where I didn't really want hairs, but I'm not really stressed about it just because I do want my hairs to grow out a little more. So when I did the wax, I didn't really go excuse me, I didn't go too close to where I wanted hairs, just because with wax, especially if you've never done this before, please be super careful. You'll see in the video how I almost messed up and it almost fell on the actual hair where I wanted my eyebrows to be, and I was lucky enough to grab it before it happened. I don't know why I went with the bigger wooden stick. I should have done it with the little one. I don't know what I was thinking, but you'll see in the video I was having a little hard time, and I think it was because I was using the bigger stick rather than the little one. I think that's about it. So, I'm pretty sure if I forgot to tell you anything, I will explain it throughout the video. Okay, so this part is pretty self-explanatory, but I just wanted to kind of guide you on certain things. Now, like, you see how I started with the wax? There is some prepping you have to do before this part, but I didn't film myself, so I just want to make sure that you know that you don't just start waxing without doing anything beforehand. I had to redo it just because some hairs didn't stick to the wax, so that's why you see me doing it again. And just in patches, just because I didn't need to do it everywhere. This is the part that I was saying that I almost messed up and made a big mess. It was so sticky everywhere, but I think I understand now what to do for next time. I think it also had to do with the stick that I had, like I said earlier. But yes, once this is done, then I made sure that it was dry so that I could pull it out. It was pretty easy to do. It's just kind of like annoying when you don't really understand how to do it. So once you get the hang of it, you'll figure it out, and it'll be much easier. When you're about to pull, you make sure you kind of take a little bit out beforehand so that you have kind of like, I don't know if you would say like leverage. That way it's easier for you to hold on to and then pull, which I will show you once I am done doing this part. I added more so that it was easier for me to just pull one rather than 2 or 3 of them. You have to hold your skin because that's going to make it easier for you to pull it and it won't hurt so much. Now here, that last one hurt so bad. Oh my god. Ugh, just looking at this makes me remember. Oof. So then you want some tea tree oil to put on the pores just so that it could prevent some infections. I also use witch hazel because it's a natural astringent. Whoa, hold on. I had to lower the volume because it was so loud. Anyway, I brushed my hairs and made sure that everything was flat, and then continued on with the white base. Now, I used this the Clown White cream just because I knew it was going to be easier for me to apply it. You can use like I said, the NYX Eye Pencil, the Jumbo Eye Pencil in milk. I'm pretty sure that's going to be easy to do it with too. But I went with this one just because I knew it was going to be easier for me to apply. You see how I connected the 2 lines together in the middle of the nose? That's how I actually measure my eyebrows. That's how I've always done it. So it was easy for me to create the form of my eyebrows by doing that. And that tells me that they are even too. Here I kind of messed up, so I wiped some off. I've seen some girls do it with Vaseline too, because apparently the Vaseline will block anything. Just like if you were to dye your hair, you block the the skin with the Vaseline so that it prevents any dye from touching your skin. So if I were you, I would put some Vaseline on top of the white just to create that barrier for your skin. Here you've seen how I was measuring where to start painting. So I usually, like everyone else, I use my nose. I use the dent of my nose to be a guide for the inner part, and then the end of my nose to be the guide for the end. I connect the end of my nose to the end of my eye, you know, the corner of my eye, and that will be the, the ending part, or the tail. Then to do what I just did, I look straight ahead and then measure from the end of my nose, I think it was, towards the top of my eyebrow, and that would be my, I would say, my high point, my climax. I don't know, whatever you want to say. Sometimes I feel like I don't make any sense of what I'm saying. That's why I don't even talk on my videos. I just let you see and figure it out on your own, because I feel like I don't make no freaking sense. Anyways, here I was just, you know, little by little, I was painting it so that it would come out to be better. I didn't want them too thick, but I wanted them to look fuller than what they normally are. This side was a little bit harder for me just because it's my left side, and I have kind of trouble doing my left side. So that's why you always see it like slightly discombobulated. But I kind of figured it out, and I'm ready for next time to do it a little bit better. I do look at both angles. You see me looking at the viewfinder and the mirror just so that I know that it looks good on both sides. Because just looking at it from one angle, I feel like you don't really get to see if it's right or wrong. So by looking at different parts, just like when I love having like a three-way mirror, because you can see yourself in different angles and figure it out that way. But my bathroom doesn't have a three-way mirror, or three-sided mirror, I think it's called. So like I said, I'm just here filling it out till I feel it looks right. And then I start the process. So I drip like 2 or 3 drops of the developer, and then like a little dime size squirt of the Demi-Permanent dye. And then I mix it all together with a Q-tip in that small container, and then I applied it with that same brush. I applied the white. Of course, you want to wipe it first. I didn't, I tried not to touch the white because I wasn't sure if the white would block the dye from transferring, and I'm lucky I did, because I seen that in some parts it did transfer even with the white on. So like right here, you see how there was a little bit that went down. That part transferred, and I had to wipe it with like rubbing alcohol in order for it to, look better. I waited around 10 to 15 minutes, and then that's when I wiped it all out. I wish I would have waited a little longer just so that they would have been darker, but I didn't. So next time I know to do it, wait a little bit longer. And that's about it. It doesn't look like I wanted it to, but they do look a lot fuller, and I will show you right now. You see? That's the before and the after. And that's it. Thank you all for watching.